Hi, my name is Pop. I'm making a video tutorial in Ubuntu Basics showing how to use Impress. Impress is a presentation program very similar to Microsoft Office PowerPoint. You should already have it. If you want to check on that, you can go to the Ubuntu Software Center and type in Impress. And if you've got it, and you should, there is a green check mark right here that shows that you do in fact have it. And if you do have it, it's going to be in your menu structure. I will now close the Ubuntu Software Center and go to the menu. I have the old style menu. You probably are using Unity. I have a prior video that shows how to go back and forth between Unity and this old style menu. In Applications, Office, you will see all of the LibreOffice suite. There is Calc, the spreadsheet, drawing program, Math, Writer, and here's Impress. I am going to go to the next slide and then show you how to use it. When you open up Impress, you go to Applications, Office, Impress, click it, and it will open up and lead you through a wizard. This is an empty presentation, so you hit Next. And you get to pick a color. I'll just pick blue. There are some other things you can pick. I'm just going to go Create. Now every page, if I want to, is going to look just like this. It's going to have a blue dark band across the top. On the right, you've got a whole bunch of templates. Here, there is no text. It's just a plain old slide. Here, the default one, you've got text across the top, that's the title, and then text in the middle. Here, you've just got text across the top, and down here, you can put in a movie or a sound file, a static picture. You can resize it to any size. The movie you can also resize to any size. You can put in a chart. You can put in a table. You can type in text. Beyond that, you can also put in a spreadsheet. Beyond that, you can also put in a link to an existing spreadsheet, and it is a live link that you can change, and it will appear differently after you have changed the live spreadsheet. When you insert a slide, it shows up on the left panel, and I'm going to hit Insert Slide. And it just makes one just like the one we've got. There is something else you can do, so let me describe that by first removing this slide. I'm going to delete this slide. Edit, delete slide. That's the second one that I just put in. Let me put in a title here and I'll show you what I mean. Title. And let me put in some text right here. Text. And I'm going to now duplicate this slide. And it's just like the first one. It's got the same title and the same text. Or I can go back to the first one. I'm highlighting it. And I'm just going to insert a slide. Now, the first one here has got text. The second one doesn't. The third one does. That's because there's a difference between inserting a blank slide and duplicating the one you just made. You can use that to good advantage while you are editing if you want to. I'm going to now show you how to run the slideshow. The slideshow can be run by hitting an F5, and on some computers, notably not a Macintosh, you can also hit F9. This is not much of a slideshow. I've got full page, and then when I hit down arrow, that's the second page. Here's the third page. When I hit escape, you go off. Now notice also that it didn't go full screen. when I went to show the slideshow, there are black bands on both sides. I've got a 16 by 9 screen. You can change the format of your entire screen to 16 by 9. Hit OK. Right now it doesn't look like it's doing it. There's a time lag. Don't let that bother you. And then if you hit F9 or F5, see, it's full screen. Page 1, page 2, page 3. Escape. I am going to stop this presentation right now, and I will make another slide that shows how to add things in. On this slide, I'm going to show how to add things in. First of all, I'm just going to get rid of the stuff that I was demonstrating. Here I'm in slide 3, and I'm going to edit, delete slide, slide 2, edit, delete slide. Now I've got only one slide, and I'm going to go to insert slide. This is blank. It's got nothing here. Beyond that, I am going to change the slide around, and I'm going to go to page, and I'm going to go to background, and you've got all these gradients that you can put here under bitmap, but if you want to, you can just go color and just pick some color that you like. And it asks you want to do this for all of them? No, just this one. So now I have got two complete different colors. You're not limited to that, of course. You can go right here to the title, and you can go format, and you can go to area, and you can go to color and pick some other color if you want to. And here on the text, you could change the color of that as well. Now it doesn't go from edge to edge, but if you click on it, I've got the hand right now, and the hand allows you to move it. But once you get the hand and you go right to the edge, you can left click, bring it to the edge. Over here, it's kind of tricky. Left click, bring it to the edge. You can make it taller also. Now I am going to now insert a movie right here. So let's go find a movie. I'll go to videos. Now when I click on it, it doesn't show all of them. That's because there is a fussy filter, and you need to go down here and say all files, and son of a gun, I'm just going to grab this one and open it, and it put in this movie. Now the movie is centered, but if you want to move it around, you go to F4, and I don't know where to put it. Let's just put the X position at 0, and let's put the Y position at 0. And see, that puts it in the top left. Let's hit F4 again, and let's make it 16 by 9. Because I don't know if it's I don't know if that's the aspect ratio of this movie. I'm just kind of guessing. Doesn't look right. Anyway, you can move that around to anywhere you want to. Now when you hit F9 or F5, it goes to slide 1. Now when I hit slide 2, you can't hear it because I do not have the microphone set to record other than the microphone. There is a loop back, which I have a prior video in Ubuntu Basics showing how to set the loop back so that you can record both off screen and on the microphone. I am now going to close this particular slide and go to another way of adding things in. Well, here we have added a movie, and I am now going to add something else. I think I'm going to add another slide in. I'm going to go Insert, and I'm going to go Add Slide, and it went back to blue, as you can see. If I want to change it around, I have to do so. Let's get a picture, just a static picture. And I need to go to some picture file, and now I've got a picture. Again, you go to F4 and you can move it around. The other thing you can do is I've got my hand showing. I can just slide it over like that. If you want to make it bigger or smaller, you can do that with F4. So much for the picture. I'm going to stop recording and go to the next slide. I am now going to add still yet another slide in. This time I am going to not just insert a slide, I'm going to duplicate my picture slide. So you see slide 3 over here and slide 4 are exactly identical, and I'm on slide 4. Well, I know I'm on slide 4 because there's a slight outline right here. If I go up to slide 3, it's the same slide, so I really can't tell the difference. If you want to do so, you can put footers down that give a slide number. So I'm going to go to Insert, and where is my footer? View, Header and Footer. And you want to put in date and time. Footer text. You can put in any kind of text you want to here. I'll just put in the word slideshow. And then slide number. That's what I was looking for. Apply to all. You can barely see it. It's very small. I'm going to zoom in. It might be better if I just go to the slideshow itself now, and I'm going to go F9, and you can see the 1 down at the bottom, and slide show. Now slide 2, slide 3, and although it's identical, slide 4. So let's alter slide 4 and add something else. Well, it's hard to do because, see, the template which I have picked is this one. But on the fly, I could go ahead and pick this one. Now watch what happens to the center screen when I pick this one. It changed it around a little bit. Now I could add text, a movie. Let's add a movie. Another movie. What the heck? Videos. And remember, it's not going to show you every kind, so you have to go down here and say all files, and then just pick some movie. And there it is. The movie shows as a big question mark right here, you'll notice. And then down here I can hit play and it'll start playing the movie. I can stop playing the movie or pause the movie. Stop. And let's go over to F9 And that's page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Page 4 is showing this movie. I hit escape, and now I'm going to stop recording this slide and go to the next screen. In this segment, I am going to show how you can put a spreadsheet into your slides. First thing I'm going to do is insert a blank slide. Now I've got slide number 5 here, and I'm going to open up an existing spreadsheet, and I'm going to grab a section of this spreadsheet. I'll go A through J, K. Now, here is a problem. If I just grab this and move it, it erases it from the spreadsheet. So instead, I'm going to go Edit, Copy. Now I'm going to go over here to my presentation, right-click, Paste. And there it is. It takes a second, as you can see. You've got up here a formatter. I'm going to temporarily erase that. And I'm going to spread out the information. As you can see, this column header age, it has been re-rendered into the letters being vertical, and I want it to look correct. So I've got my double arrow, left click, and I'm going to move it over to the edge, release, left click, that might be too wide, and now I'm going to do the slideshow and jump to page 5, slide 5, and there it is. And there's all the information that was on the spreadsheet. Now, you can, while in this view mode, go to a cell and actually edit the information. And again, when you go to F5 or F9 and look at the spreadsheet, look at the slideshow for that page, you will have changed the information. Now, is this a chart or is this a spreadsheet? The lines blur, and working with charts and spreadsheets is implemented, I would say, in a poor manner here, and it is difficult to use, and it is counterintuitive, and it is very frustrating. Now I'm going to save this, and we will now go to the next topic. In this section, I want to talk about that there is an Impress guide which you can get off of the internet and download. It's 235 pages long, LibreOffice, and it goes into quite a bit of detail. It'll at least get you going. It's hard to read these things. I'd recommend, if anyone has the patience to do so, to just sit down and read it and go through it. While working the program, you can go back and forth. You can look things up with Control F, find next, and so forth. And you can diminish the guide while having the program open. In the next section, I'm going to show how to record sound. In this section, I'm going to show how to add sound files in 3 different ways. So you can be recording with a microphone and save that and associate it with any given slide. And you can do that in 3 ways. I recorded this little sound file right here that says this is a recording. There's nothing much to it. The way you do that, of course, is to go to Applications, Sound and Video, and then go to Sound Recorder. And with Sound Recorder, you just hit this and then it records, and then when you're done you stop and it creates a file. And that's what I've already done. I'm going to take this sound file right here and I'm going to add it in 3 different ways to the presentation. Here we are on slide 5, and I'm going to add a slide. Well, let me just go to slide 3. I'll do it first here on slide 3. I have got a picture on slide 3, and I'm going to right click on that picture, and when you do, you get a whole list of things, and you tap on Interaction. And at mouse click, play sound. And you can select from the default, which is no action, and you can do anything you want to with an interaction. When you tap on the slide, you can go to the previous slide, next slide. You can go to any slide in the document, and that makes for an interactive presentation. You can make a true and false test. You can make a multiple choice test. Here I'm just going to do click sound, play sound, and I found this sound file on my desktop, and you can browse and look for it, but here it is on my desktop, and I'm just going to open it and hit OK. Now this only works when you're playing the slideshow. Now that's one way to add in a sound. Let me go to the last slide, slide 5, and I'm going to insert another slide. And here we have a blank slide, and I'm just going to, I'll do this layout here with nothing. And in this layout, I am going to right click, and let's see. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go to Insert Hyperlink. And this hyperlink is going to be that sound file. And here it is. And I go to Open. And I apply. And I close the hyperlink. And now I've got a little box. I'm trying to make it larger. Now I'm going to open up another slide. That's the second way of doing it. I'm going to pick this configuration, no, this one right here. And in this one, I'm going to insert movie, but it's kind of misnamed. Instead of a movie, I'm just going to insert the sound file, and I hit OK. Now, when you go to this slide, when you're playing, it'll play. Owing to the complexity of the way sound is set up in Linux, I now have to stop this recording, and I'm recording right here. And I'll rename that, what's my biggest number, G. I'll rename this 1 to H. Then I'm going to make another recording just playing back what I just did, but it's going to allow you to hear the sound, but you will not be able to hear the microphone. So let me stop this terminal, and the next thing you hear will be the playback. I'm now going to demonstrate how you go back and forth from the microphone to recording what's on screen. Right now I'm recording the microphone, and you can see me talking on the meter. When I tap on this, you won't be able to hear me, but after I tap on this and then I go over here and tap on this, you'll be able to hear the sound file I recorded. This is a recording. Now I'm going to stop. Okay, now you can hear me again. That demonstrates that you have to go back and forth here in the volume control in order to record from the microphone or from on screen. I'm going to turn it back over to the screen, and then I'm going to play the slideshow below, and then on the slideshow I'm going to play that same sound file in 3 different ways. On slide 4 I'm going to tap right here and it'll play the sound file. When I go to slide 6, there is a hyperlink right here that I'll tap on, and that'll play the sound file. And then on slide 7, it'll play the sound file as soon as I go to it. So let's do that now.
If you lived before our time, who would you be?
This is a recording. Now I'm going to stop. This is a recording. Now I'm going to stop. This is a recording. Now I'm going to stop. I'm now going to stop recording this segment. This is being recorded right now, and it's being called 1, and I'll rename it I, and then I'll record the next section called J. You can make some really dandy interactive or linear slideshows. This is an example of a just plain old linear slideshow. I'm going to open this up, and you can see what it looks like. This takes no programming at all. You're just importing slides and pictures. Let me go full screen, and this is from Boy's Life on Google, Robert Heinlein. It goes on for, I thought it was 18 months. You can bring in the pictures, and each time it changes, I'm just clicking it. I'm going page down. You can also change it by hitting right click. Let's see, not right click, I'm sorry, right arrow. Now I'm going down arrow. Now I'm going N for next. That works too. You can configure it to change screens with any number of key presses. That's up to you. This is not interactive. I can just go back and forth. Now here I have not yet moved the screens to make them all uniformly sized. I just imported them fast and dirty. I'm going to close this one and show you an example of let's see, math test. This one's interactive, and let me just go to my slides full screen, and without doing them interactively, I'll show you what the slides themselves look like. I was experimenting with the psychological look of what a multiple choice test should be like. There are the questions and answers on the left, and then here's how you answer them. I'm not going to click on them, they're not all live yet. That would be an incorrect answer. The correct ones vanish. The incorrect ones vanish. Everything except what you selected vanishes. And then to go back, you've got to click on C again. And same thing there. And when you hit that's right, it goes to the next question. But I haven't finished this yet, and I'm not sure if that's the best way to go. I've got another version, might be better, multiple choice test. In this version, you click right on the answer itself. You don't click elsewhere. So temporarily, let me full screen it. So I'm not going to click on it right now. I'm just going to go from screen to screen to screen. But if I click on this, it's going to say that's wrong. And this one will say that's right, and then go to the next question. But you've got to put all the right and wrong answers in, as well as the questions. So here, this sequential, and sequentially it doesn't make any difference how you put them in, because you're routing them yourself with hyperlinks. I'm now going to stop this presentation. Let's see. I've got several others that I put in here. You might start off by just putting in pictures and then later putting in the text, or you might just put in the text and then put in the pictures later. I don't know what the best way is. I think that's part of the creative process. You've got to figure this out yourself, and it does take a lot of time. However, I gotta say, the linear presentations are pretty quick. It's the interactive ones that take some time. Well, I'm not going to put in any more. This thing is getting rather lengthy. And my name is Pop. I have a whole bunch of YouTube videos, and these are called Ubuntu Basics or Spreadsheet Basics. They're on various topics, and if you enjoyed this, I am very pleased, and I would like to hear from people. Thank you very much.